Alright guys, let me explain this to you. Years ago, I was at church every Sunday morning, Sunday night, Wednesday night. You know, for until I was probably 12 or so. And a lot of people ask me, well, Rich, why don't you go to church today? Well, I do in my own way. I just don't go to the establishment of a church. You know, I believe in God. I believe in Jesus. I read the Bible. And I go outside and I stand there and look at the church nature and, just talk to myself basically. Now, a lot of people, well, why don't you go to a regular church anymore? Well, let me tell you, I guess I hold grudges. I had to think about it for a long time, when I stopped going, why I stopped going. And what had happened was a kid had cut church and they walked down to the local Burger King or McDonald's. Hell, I don't even know what it was anymore. At Oklahoma Church of Christ in Louisville, Kentucky. And they walked down to the restaurant and they had got a burger or something, and it was like Wednesday night. So after they come back, church was about over. Well, of course, I guess the junior preacher or whatever they called him, assistant, got on the bus and just, got right in my face and, I know it was you. You did it. You're cutting church. I'm putting you off the bus, for 2 months, whatever it was, and just really, chewed me out, and I kept telling him, dude, it wasn't me. I was in church, So anyway, after he, poked his finger in my face, another guy gets on and says, dude, it wasn't him. He was in my class, one of the adults. And guy that got on the bus and drove the bus was my Sunday school teacher. And he taught us on Wednesday night. So, the guy said, oh, then he goes, I think that was that other guy, and they pointed him out, and of course he left. He never come back to apologize. And it just made me angry, that he accused me, and when he found out he was wrong, he didn't even have the guts or nerve to come back and to say, hey, dude, I'm sorry, I got you mixed up, it's a simple mistake, But he never did that, So I guess that just angered me so much that I threw in the towel. And I said, well, screw it. If this is the way that a preacher is going to talk to me and handle me and not even have the decency to say I'm sorry, to admit being wrong, then I don't want any part of the religious establishment. So that's when I stopped going to church. And I had to think about it because I had actually forgotten until I sat down and really thought about it. So, good or bad, and I know I shouldn't punish the entire church for the actions of one man, but I guess over the years I have, and that's, I bet you since then I haven't been in church 5 or 6 times, and that's for funerals and weddings, and that's it. I don't think one time I think I went back to church for a church service, and other than that, and now I'm 53, and that was I was 13, so 40 years ago. So anyway, maybe I should forgive them and try it again. So anyway, I just wanted to explain that because so many people have asked me over the years, because they know I'm a Christian, they know I read the Bible, they know I believe, and but yet I don't go. So that's my reason. Good or bad, it's what it is.